Flow with Coach Ray, heard live on Fishbowl Radio Network. Happy Friday, my folks, man. Happy Friday to everyone making the adjustments of what we know now, one of the worst pandemics that this globe has ever faced. Corona madness. That's what we're dealing with right now. Everybody's making adjustments. Everybody's going through hardships. Everybody's forced to overcome change. And man, I tell you, hey, the flow continues. The flow must go on in everything that we do in life. Adversity comes, we keep rolling right through it. That's the beauty of sports in our life. And right now, the sports world is taking a massive hit. March, known for college players achieving their dream that they've worked on their entire life, getting to the big dance, March Madness. No more. Not this year. NBA, in the thick of the playoff hunt. We should be in the middle of it right now. No NBA. My high school basketball players, seniors, playing in their state tournaments. No more. Even worse than that, fans not getting to root their favorite player on, their favorite teams. Fans not being able to come together for food, beverage. Some people call it beverage. I call it beverage. Fun times. We're not able to gather. Why? Social distancing. 6 feet. We got to maintain it. But you know what, man? Hey, one thing I can say. Every single one of you, if you're breathing right now, if you're up, you're listening to this, we're overcomers. And we find ways to adjust. That's what the human nature does. We find ways to adjust. And I get to do life today with two of the hottest, baddest seniors to ever lace up their kicks for the game of basketball. Two amazing seniors, hey, that are moving on to pursue their dreams of college basketball. Two amazing seniors that families have poured into, that coaches have poured into, that communities have believed in. I get to do life with two leaders that are going to change the game. And I tell you, I've been coaching for a minute, and I know each decade the game changes. And each decade we think is a game in good hands. And I tell you, after you talk with these two seniors that are moving on, that have lit up gyms across the Metroplex, across the country, you'll know that the game is good hands. The game is in good hands. I'm talking about my man, senior, Jaylon Posey, Grand Prairie High School. And the lovely lady herself, Myra Gordon, LD Bell, silky smooth shooter. Hey, I'm doing life with my two favorite folks right here on the flow with Coach Ray. Don't go anywhere. We got a great show ahead. Back here live on the flow with Coach Ray. Man, that's my man Drake and Meek Mill reminding us that, hey, life is good. Life is good. Keep focused on your dreams. Use everything in your ability to make everybody's life around you better. Going bad. One of my favorite songs right there. Keeping the flow going. It's your favorite crazy coach. I get to do life with my main man. I told you before we went to break, I get to do life with one of the baddest seniors to ever lace up their kicks and play the game of basketball. My man, Mr. Jaylon Posey, is on the line with me.
Yo,
what up, Jay? How you
good?
Doing? How you doing, man?
I'm good.
You good. Thanks for stopping in on the floor with Coach Ray, man. How's everything going?
Everything's good, just doing a lot of work from home now. Everything was taken away so fast because of this corona stuff. Now I just gotta adjust to it.
You're making that adjustment, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you had one of the best senior years that anybody could ever have this past year, man. And I know that although we're dealing with this corona, man, you still went out there and balled and represented the city of Grand Prairie. You represented your family and you represented your team. You put the city on your back, man. How was it?
I mean, it was a great experience. You know, it was a great ride. Just having being that person to change a whole community around, and like you said, putting the city on my back, having them ride with me was a great feeling. You know, because the beginning of the season, I would never expected me as an individual to take on such a bigger role for not just my team, but for everybody that supports us.
And I love the fact that you spoke on that, man. At the beginning of the season, you would have never expect you to be in this position right now, man. And mind state is everything when it comes to the game of basketball. And you made those mental adjustments this year, and success was imminent, bro. Success was imminent.
Right.
And they just speak on what it takes to be the leader of a community.
Man, you just gotta believe in yourself to have enough faith and confidence that you know you're gonna do the right thing at all times. You gotta lead by example, not by words. You know, we gotta lead by actions.
I love it.
Being on the frontier, leading the pack. You know, I just took everything in perspective because now everybody's watching my every move, so I had to move as if I'm not moving for myself, I'm moving for everybody.
Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Man, I got to spend some time with one of your favorite guys, Ashton the trainer, last week, man, and he spoke so many good things about you, bro. And we saw it on the court this year. And, man,
yes, sir.
Speak on the relationship that you have with Ashton, man, and what it means to you.
Man, that's big brother, man. Our relationship was built in 7th grade. You know, he was the first person that ever came across me when I first got out here, moving from Midland. You know, moving from a football city to a basketball city, not knowing the ins and outs and the roundabouts and stuff. And he just took me under his wing. You know, it's always been a big brother relationship since day one.
I love it. I love it, man. And you know, we are in a generation of ballers that bounce from here and there with this trainer and that trainer and this team and that team. But, man, you were able to just build that relationship with Ashton and speak on the importance of loyalty, man, when it comes to your game.
Man, loyalty is vital, man. You have to be loyal to people who's loyal to you, you know, because those who are loyal are always going to put you in the right position to better yourself as long as you're being loyal to them. But being dishonest or disloyal to people isn't the way you should go about things. You should always have a certain honesty and loyalty to people, regardless of what they are in your life or what they do for you.
Man, I tell you what, boy. I tell you what, you dropping nuggets. I told you guys out there who I'm rolling with. A leader. By example. One of the hardest workers that I've seen on the basketball court. And this young man, he just gets it. He gets it. He gets it. He gets it. And Jay, man, you get to go. Tell everybody where you're heading to in the fall, man.
Lumberjack Nation, man. Stephen F. Austin, you know.
Lumberjack Nation, man. I love it.
That's where the next chapter begins.
That's where the next chapter begins. And what are some of your dreams, man? What are some of your goals going into your freshman year?
Well, I really just my ultimate goal is just to impact the team as best way as I can. You know, if that's coming off the bench, if that's starting, I want to, whatever my role is on the team my freshman year, I want to be the best at it. You know, if that's coming off the bench, if that's coming to be a leader straight away, I'm trying to do whatever it takes to win, you know. So
I love it, man. And you know, Stephen F.A., they're coming off that huge upset over Duke last year, man. I know you're excited to add to that excitement up there, man.
Man.
And, dude, like, watching your game, I don't know if anybody has ever told you this, but you remind me of B. Diddy, man. Baron Davis. I'm a diehard Bruin fan. When I watch you, bro, you represent B. Diddy to the fullest.
That's crazy you say that, because that's my favorite player ever.
I love it, man. What about his game attracts you?
You know, he played both sides of the ball. He could shoot it. He had a handle. He can make plays, and he can basically do it all. You know, and he played with so much intensity and tenacity, and it was mind blowing to me because that's who I model my game after. You know, I don't talk as much noise as him. You know what I'm saying?
That's that Cali swagger, bro.
Yeah, I don't talk as much noise as him, but just his overall game is something that appeals to me. And so I was just like, man, I know if I can grasp onto this and just take a piece of what he had, I can finally turn it into something that can benefit me. So
I love it, man. I love it across the board. For those tuning in, it's your favorite crazy coach, Coach Ray on the flow with Coach Ray, heard only on Fishbowl Radio Network, live from Globe Life Park. Yeah, Corona is making us adjust through changes, but we still keep the party flowing. I'm on the line with my man, Jaylon Posey of Grand Prairie High School. Stephen F.A., future lumberjack. My dude did it all this year. He did it all. He was a two-way player. Man, Jay, talk to me about some of the accolades this season.
I got MVP, the district 7-6A. I made first team. I made all state, all region. I got the Showstopper of the Year award from Give Me the Van on NBC News. A lot. You know, we won first two. We won by district. We won area. We went 13-1 in toughest district in the state of Texas. You know,
I love it.
Yeah, it goes on.
Man.
Making history was just our whole season.
And you guys literally put Grand Prairie back on the map, bro. And talk to me about one of your favorite games this season.
My favorite game, most people would think it's Duncanville, but my favorite game was Flower Mound.
Oh man, talk to me about Flomo, bro.
Oh, that's crazy. They wouldn't miss.
They got some shooters
and
out
it
there.
was and the game was so technical. You know, it was down to every little detail.
Every little detail. I love it.
And them type of games I enjoy.
And you know, if you make one mistake, that might go. Flower Mound is capable of going on a 9.90 run.
Man, 12, 15, they don't miss. They get an open shot. It's that deal.
I love it, man. I love it. What's one of the greatest games that you've been able to witness yourself?
The greatest game I ever seen. Anybody? Ooh, that's a lot. It was. I watched back in Midland. I watched King McClure. He came out to our Tall City Classic tournament. He played Midland High. That was probably the best game I ever saw.
He went off, didn't
he? Went completely ballistic. I mean, he was diming people, dunking on people, crossing them up, shooting, pulling up, three, whatever. It was crazy. That was probably the best game I ever seen in my life.
I love it, man. And one of the things that makes you such a great player, heading to Stephen F.A., man, is the fact that you're a student of the game. I always tell people, if you want to be better, you got to study the past. And we unfortunately lost a legend this past week in Curly Neal, legendary Hall of Famer of the Harlem Globetrotters, man. And Jay, I watched a couple of your moves. Curly will be proud of your game right now. You know, we just got to always pay our respects. Always pay your respects to those that have paved the way for you, big bro. Okay?
Right. Yes, sir. Always.
So, man, now that the season is cut short, NBA, who you rolling with, bro? Who you rolling with?
I mean, I don't really have a favorite team. You know, I follow players. Like, I don't really have a favorite team.
You're the next generation.
You know, I'm a big Ja Morant fan. That was my favorite player since he was playing in college.
Yeah. Oh, he's nasty. He's nasty.
Yeah, he's like the. You know, Zion was nice, but I wasn't too big. Everybody rode the bandwagon with Zion, and so there was no need for me to jump on. But he still I was still like watching him play. I watched Ja Morant, Zion. I watched Brandon Ingram. CP3, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Damian Lillard.
Well, you speaking the league right now, son.
Angelo Russell.
Is that one of your goals in life?
To make it to the NBA? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's every boy's dream when they pick up that ball, to hear their name called that draft day.
And you picked up the ball at 5 years old, man. You picked up the ball at 5 years old, and that's a goal of yours. And, we see that with this corona taking over, man. We might have a different draft this year. I know you've been close with your teammates. How has this social distancing affected your relationships with your teammates?
We were so. Say again. I didn't even hear you.
How is that? How has this social distancing had an effect on your relationship with your teammates?
Oh man, we still cool. Even though we can't see each other, we'll get on FaceTime. Get on 2K or something. We always make sure we stay connected. We developed a bond much deeper than basketball. But even before the season started, we were all cool since freshman year, 8th grade. It was more of a brotherhood than anything. So ain't really gonna never stop us to communicate. We always been checking on each other, making sure everybody good, our families, all of that. We all connected. It's a big village over here.
I love it, man. I love that you speak on that culture. I love that you speak on the camaraderie that you guys have. Now, I know it's a lot of talent in this Metroplex, bro. Give me your starting five for this year, based off of the entire cream of the crop you've seen.
Metroplex?
Yeah, top five.
Top five.
Because I got Myra Gordon from LD Bell. She's coming on after you, bro. I gotta pick her brain and ask her that same question.
Top five. Is it just boys or what?
You handle the boys. I'll let Myra handle the girls' side.
Okay, so top five. Me, Mike Miles, Joey Madimba. Who else? That's so tough. It's so much.
I put you on blast. I had to. What about Mike?
Yeah, Keontae George.
Keontae, oh yeah.
And Arterio Morris.
That's four. So let's go down that list again. So you said Mike Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Mike Miles. Keontae. Who else did I say? Said Mike, Keontae, Arterio. Who did I say it?
Arterio.
Me. Who was that? That's tough.
Woo.
I don't know. That's so hard, man. There's so many people running through my mind.
We got one spot left. One spot left, bro. Who you rolling with? What about Mr. Peavy?
I'm gonna say Peavy.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Peavy. Mr. Peavy.
There you go, Mr. Peavy out of Duncanville. You been
yeah.
You talk to him much?
Yeah, we talk here and there. I don't have a close bond with him, but we talk here and there. Every time I see him, we speak. We chat.
Good.
It's very mutual.
Game recognized game, huh?
Yeah,
I love
sure.
it. I love it. So, what's one of the first things, man? One of the first things that you want to do for your mom if you make the league, or when you make the league, speak that into existence.
First thing I want to do for my mom is just put her back in school. Because my mom not the type of, she don't want me buying her no house or nothing like that. She want me to make sure I spend my money on things that I essentially need, not spending things on anything extra, So she just asked me. I told her, when I get my money, I'm gonna put you back in school. I'm gonna put her in school to be an accountant, so she can watch over my money.
I love it, man.
So I know for sure ain't nobody gonna cheat me.
Let's speak on the sacrifice that mom has made for you.
Oh man, she's great. You know, that's a strong woman. Having to play both roles and all the sacrifices she made for me to get to where I'm at today, it's just amazing. I love that woman. You know, from having to sleep at the gym in the car, waiting for me to get done, taking me to workouts, sometimes even hopping in the workout with me, coaching me in the workout. You know, she did it all, man.
I love it, man. I love it. And a lot of people, Ashton and I were able to speak on the fact that basketball is a culture, man. It's a way of life. And it takes a commitment from everyone involved, not just the player, but the player that has that foundation driving and backing them up and holding them accountable, him or her. Those are the players that, like yourself, you know, that achieve that dream, achieve that goal, because there is sacrifice that comes with that, you know. And Mom has been one to make those sacrifices for you.
Right.
And man,
Absolutely.
when you every day you get up, use that ambition, use that fire, use that example that she set to motivate you and trigger you to be the best that you can be.
Exactly.
So one of the last things that I wanted to talk with you on, you know, this Metroplex, man, Metroplex is saturated with basketball clubs, basketball teams. And what would be some of your advice to up and coming players when it comes to finding that team or finding that coach that they can grow with?
First, make sure that you go to a team that's a fit for you. Don't go to a team that's because they play on this circuit or that circuit, or they going here or there. There are places like that. You got to make sure that the team that you pick is the best fit for you and your game, and the coaches are there actually genuine enough to help you develop into the player that you want to be. And that's with anything, you know, watching film, extra workouts, you know, just making sure that the team is for you to help you develop. Don't go to a team where you sitting on the bench but you at peace, like that don't benefit you. Circuit teams, it really don't matter what team. You bring your own recruitment. So all I can say is make sure that it's the best fit for you.
I love it, man. And before I let you go, bro, I know music and basketball go hand in hand. It's a perfect marriage, especially hip hop.
Right.
One of your favorite songs, man, is "We Gonna Make It" by Meek Mill.
Right.
Speak on how this song drives you.
Man, you know, it's one verse in that song. He say I can't recite it exactly, but you know, he was like, Meek was like, God told him, I want it. He was like, hell yeah, you know. So that verse right there is what set my whole mood for any game. You know, I want to live up to every moment, any moment that comes. I want it. Like shit, I'm like, hell yeah, give me the ball. You know, let me do it.
Well,
So
man,
that song just teaches me to just believe in myself and believe that I'm gonna make it.
Well, there you go. There you go, that mind state, man. And for those tuning in, my man Jaylon Posey, senior graduating from Grand Prairie High School. Man, this young man is headed to Lumberjack Nation, folks. And Stephen F.A., you got you a winner. You got you a diamond. Mr. Posey, he's coming to town. And I tell you what, Jay, man, I love you, son. I'm proud of you. Keep God first. And before you get out of here, this is my favorite moment with everybody that I've talked to on the Flow with Coach Ray. You wouldn't be here without thanking this person or that person. Who is it?
God.
My man. All day. I love you, big boy. I'm gonna go pay the bills right quick, but my folks, you can contact Jaylon Posey at you can follow him up on the gram at Posey Posey 1 of 1. That's the number 1 of 1. As Posey 1 of 1. He's going to Lumberjack Nation, man. Stephen F. Austin. We'll see him in the fall. Jay, I love you, big boy. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, big man.
Yes, sir.